have you started and not finished? Commitments you've made and not kept? Basically, you've had no follow-through. How many times have you not had follow-through in the last year? I can count them, not just on one hand, but probably on two hands at least. And it doesn't make me feel good about myself, and I bet it doesn't make you feel good about yourself. And also, it creates a negative impression in the eyes or the minds or the hearts, right, of the other people, the people where you failed to, you failed to follow through on something with them, or you didn't keep your commitment to them. Not a good thing, because you don't feel good, they don't feel good about you, right? You don't feel good about yourself, they don't feel good about you. Not a great situation. Plus, I know that you want to follow through, that you would like to keep your commitments, that you'd like to be a person who does have that follow through, right? And that people can rely on, and that you can rely on yourself. So, the year's almost over, fast coming to a close, and it's time. It's time to follow through now, okay? So let's tie up some loose ends together. So first, let's look at the fact that when you decide you're going to do something, typically you want to. You think you want to. You kind of know you want to do this project or make this commitment, and then you don't. You don't follow through. You don't keep the commitment. So what's with that, right? What's with that? A lot of this is just resistance to whatever it is you've said you want to do. So resistance because maybe you think it feels hard, or it's going to be hard, or it's going to create some kind of change that you may not like, or it's going to take time, or you don't know what the results will be. Whatever it is, this is your resistance. But resistance more often than not comes from fear. So you have to ask yourself, what are you afraid of? What really are you afraid of? Is it a fear of change? Is it a fear of it being difficult? Are you afraid of the outcome, that it's not going to be what you want, or that it will be and that's going to create change? So you really have to get clear on that, because we say we want to do a lot of things and then we don't do them. So we have to break that down. Do you really want to do it? Or is there a fear there, a fear of getting it done or getting too done, right? So are you afraid of that effort, so you resist it? Are you afraid that it's going to take too much time, or that somehow it's going to be painful, right? Or that you just don't know what's going to be on the other side? All of that is, kind of related to change, and none of us really like to change, especially if we don't know that the outcome is going to be what we want it to be. So we have to think about that. Do we really want to do it? What's standing in our way? What's stopping us from that follow through? And then there's this point of actually getting super honest with yourself and saying, do I really want to do it? Maybe I thought I wanted to do it when I started, but maybe I don't really want to do it anymore. And that's why I'm not following through. So this is a big question. What if you don't really want to follow through? You said you were going to do something, but now you don't want to follow through. You have to decide just not to do it then, because otherwise it's hanging around and creating a whole lot of stress for you. And there's this unconscious thing that's happening where you are avoiding, right? Resistance, but avoiding doing it. And you may not even be aware of it, but you're saying, I don't have time. It's, I'll put it off till tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll do it. And then tomorrow comes along and you also don't have time, or you don't feel well, or you're too tired, or whatever it is. And you keep finding reasons. And it's this unconscious thing that's going on in the back of your head, which is, I don't want to do it. I really don't want to do it. So unconsciously, I'm going to find a whole lot of excuses and reasons for not doing this thing, for not following through. And it's so much better to just make a decision. Decide that you're just not going to do it, and then let the people involved know that. So be honest with yourself, and you're going to feel better about yourself, and they're going to feel better about you when you're honest and you fess up about the whole thing. So if you need to make an accounting of what's unfinished in your life this year, and whether or not you want to follow through, then what I suggest is that you make a list of all the things that are undone right now, everything that's unfinished, and then go through and put a star next to the ones that you really do feel like you want to follow through on. Then put a second star next to the ones that you think you can follow through on this year, okay? So You have the ones you know you want to do and the ones you know you can finish this year. So then what you're going to do is you're going to cross off anything on the list that's got to go, that you're not going to follow through on. You just don't want to, or you know you're not going to. That gets crossed off the list. Then you have to tell those people that are involved that you're not going to do it. Fess up, be honest, tell them that you're not going to do this, okay? And then anything you want to pursue but you can't complete before the year ends, you push into the new year. You get yourself a calendar for the new year and you start putting things on the calendar for when you're going to start those different items, okay? So this is an accounting and a way to actually begin knocking some things off the list and then working on the other ones later. So that's the plan, okay? So that you can start following through, feel better about yourself, have other people feel better about you, and actually get some things done before the year's over. So I'd love to know what stops you from following through and keeping your commitments and how you plan to change that up before the year ends and onward into the new year. So leave me a comment down below and let me know. I'm Nina Amir, the Inspiration to Creation Coach. I help people get from where they are to where they want to go. I help people step into their best self, to live their lives fully, fulfill their potential, and achieve their purpose. And I love doing this. Mostly I do it as a certified high performance coach. And if you're interested in getting more clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence, mastering your psychology, what's going on up here, what's stopping you from following through, mastering your physiology, your energy, right, and your emotions, and even your spiritual energy, mastering your productivity, so you get more done, your effectiveness, mastering your influence over yourself and others, and mastering your presence, being here now, present with me, or whatever else you're doing, and mastering your purpose, the thing that you're meant to do here on this earth in this lifetime, then I would love to talk to you for an hour or an hour and a half about high performance, about these pillars of high performance: clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence, and to give you some tips and tools that you can use immediately to level up and get from where you are now to the next step faster than you thought possible. So if you want to do that, fill out the application that I have for you at ninaamir.com/free session. You can access it up here. Just click on the link. It's going to take you to the sales page, but just go on down through the sales page to the bottom and you'll see there's an application. Fill out that application and schedule your time with me, an hour or an hour and a half. It's going to say 90 minutes. And let's get on the phone and talk about how you can combine your passion and your purpose and get inspired and take inspired action, how you can get from where you are now to where you really want to go. Okay? I promise you'll walk away with tips and tools you can use immediately. And we have a chance to talk and see if we're a good fit to work together. And you can find out more about my high performance coaching program. So that's it for today. I'm Nina Amir. I'm the Inspiration to Creation Coach. So as I always say, go out there and achieve more inspired results.